Certain stories are difficult to explain, not because of the fact that the story's structure is complex, but because there are too many subplots, so you're confused on which subplot to really prioritize and which subplot to leave out. Hi, this is Gautam, and this is the second episode of the Kerala book list. If you're interested in books which are set in Kerala, do look at the description for the playlist. And talking about complexity of subplots and complexity of structure, for this episode, we're going to look at this book, Moustache, written by Hareesh and translated from Malayalam by Jayashree. The timeline of the book is in the early 20th century and it is set in the Kuttanad region of Kerala. It includes the districts namely Pathanamthitta, Alappuzha and Kottayam. Now, this is the largest region in India where agriculture is done below mean sea level. So you're talking about the early 20th century and it starts to follow the life of a simple individual. The story follows the life of Vavachan, a lower class individual in Kuttanad region. Now, he is recruited to play the character of a police officer in a drama. Now, usually, the individuals belonging to his caste do not grow a moustache, but the character of the police officer does require a moustache and he participates in the drama. Now, though he does not have a single dialogue in the entire drama, people are terrified of looking at him at the moustache, and that is where the legend of Moustache starts. And even after the play is over, he decides he's not going to shave his moustache, and that triggers a series of events. Now, when I told you this passage, you might be thinking, well, it seems very simple. Where is the complexity in plot? Where is the complexity in structure? Well, to understand that, let's try to understand the title, Moustache. A moustache can mean a lot of things, fine? So first, it can mean simply as a symbol of manliness, fine? A moustache can mean an act of defiance or rebellion. For example, in the story, the lower caste individuals usually do not grow a moustache in this area. So growing a moustache might mean rebellion. At the same time, moustache has several layers. And once you have several layers, it might also indicate that the story has several complexity in layers and so many subplots. Now, at the same time, a moustache kind of hides several aspects of the face once it grows really dense. So it can also mean that you're creating a false facade to hide several parts of the story. Maybe it is present underneath. For example, we have so many metaphors that birds and snakes take refuge in the moustache of Vavachan. So using these four themes associated with the title of Moustache, let's look at the four different ways in which you can address the book as a symbol of manliness. Now, you're talking about the early portion of your 20th century. So so in one way or the other, when you describe the series of events, you get the level of patriarchy and the meaninglessness of tradition being imposed on women. So related to that, you have several subplot stories. Second one, we looked at moustache as a symbol of defiance. Now, you have a series of events where the upper caste individuals do not know what to do, that a lower caste individual is defining them. You have phases where they try to catch him, phases where instead of trying to oppress him, it's not possible to catch him. So indirectly, they try to oppress the others, so that he will feel bad and all that. Number three, a moustache has several layers, which means maybe so many subplots. Now, when we talk about subplots, we are talking about several aspects. What used to be the issues of poverty and the level of poverty which you had in the Kuttanad region, that the employment activities were severely restricted. And once you start agriculture in a region which is below mean sea level, there is a very high dependence, or let's say, you're exposed to nature's wrath, which means the increase in floods, how their entire agricultural hard work can vanish in a night or so on and so forth. So the aspects of poverty, unemployment, you have that one level, and the association of force, the association of authority with the upper caste. You see that the police officers are heavily used, at times even the army is used. At the same time, new introduction, a moustache can hide different aspects of the face. So when we talk about hiding different aspects of the face, the internal conflicts which are present not just between a man and a woman, not just between the caste hierarchy, but also between Europeans and Indians, because you also have settlers coming in from different parts of the world, actually, because at the end of the day, India was under the control of Britain. So Europeans coming into Kuttanad and the change which they bring up to the land and the associated stories of that. So you have so many legends. And the beauty of the story is about the region where it is set in, and that's the final metaphor. Just like a moustache network it's very, very complex. The hair network is very complex. Kuttanad region has this very large network of waterways, backwaters, and all that. So the author is like a wonderful boatman who steers through all of them without any problem, and through that he brings the natural landscape to life. And my favorite parts were associated with the birds, the animals, the fishes, the crocodiles, and all that. And that's generally the premise about Moustache. That's why I told you it's very, very complex, and you have the aspects of both reality and fiction weave together. So it's very difficult also to identify which is which. My favorite part was associated with the animals. I mean, there was a humorous conversation between a white turtle and a black turtle. I still don't know whether it was ironical for him to choose white and black color, where two turtles discuss about the futility of or the ridiculousness of human actions and human behavior. I just like to read that one small story, okay, between two turtles, and it goes like this. On a couch grass covered bund in Patinatorum fields, a black turtle and a white turtle met with each other. They had been meeting in this exact same spot for over 100 years, and then it goes on. I just like to go to that conversation. Okay, the black turtle looked at the grey pansy butterflies that had been sitting still for hours on the marsh babble plants with annoyance. Why can't these things piss off somewhere and do something? It asked. In that case, why can't that man among the reeds get up and piss off? The white turtle asked. It goes, and you have this conversation. It goes on like this. He's hiding there. He's scared of people, the white turtle continued. And they're scared of him, said the black turtle. I don't understand these human beings. They're mad, the lot of them, never at peace. I don't understand why they can't eat and drink and be happy with these canals and fields like the rest of us. Instead, they rush about all over the place. Haven't you seen them talking to themselves when they think no one is looking? They think the earth is round. The black turtle struggled to control his laughter. They don't believe what they see or what they don't see for that matter. It's funny the way they go around with a piece of cloth around their waists. The other day, one fellow took it off, made sure no one was around, and looked intently at the organ inside it for such a long time, as though he couldn't believe his eyes. They follow this rule of one man, one woman. Yes, the pearl spot has that rule too. No wonder. It's the stupidest of all fish. If someone pokes a young coconut leaf into water, it seems the creamy white color and immediately sticks its head in the mud, and they can just walk into the water and pick it right up. Idiots. So, this is just one of the several stories which were just scattered through the book, and I would like you to definitely read this book, and maybe just like I'm still discovering different subplots which are present, just like different subplots and different small stories which are present, I believe like you will be also in a position to find them. So that's it for the review. If you like the video, do like, comment, and subscribe. And this Saturday or Sunday, I'll definitely meet you with Dystopian Classics episode number 9. That's it for now.